Hey, welcome to Wednesday Wisdom for this week. I was just reading an article this morning about South Korea, which has the lowest birth rate in the world. It's at 0.78. That's 0.78 children per woman born in South Korea. And the replacement rate to keep the population stable in any place in the world is about 2.1 children per woman. And they're only a third of that. And the rest of the world isn't far behind. Birth rates are declining everywhere. In the United States, I think the rate is about 1.6. So we're all well below the replacement rate, which means the world population is going to shrink in the future. Maybe not the next 10, 20 years, but within 50 to 100 years, there'll be a severe decline, which is very hard to reverse. And the question is, why do we have this why do we have this lack of desire to build up the world and to populate the world? You know, if you ask the average person, they'll tell you it's very expensive to have children. And it's probably true. South Korea is now offering a bonus of $75,000 for every child to see if they can turn that around. But the places where they've done things like that, it hasn't had a huge impact. It had a small impact. But I think rather it's a pessimism about the future. You know, every child that's born into the world is a sign of hope, right? We have a hope for a better future. We want to bring children and pass on our values and the things we love, and that they'll build a better world. Somehow our attitude in the world has been a pessimism about the future. You know, and at the same time, we're aborting 60 million children a year throughout the world. You know, about 1 million a year here in the US, and we're killing our future. There's a pessimism about the future. We've got to turn that around. We have to see every child as a gift from God, and every child as a sign of hope for a future. That the problems that we have in the world are going to be solved by human beings applying their faith and their hope and their love to the problems that we've got in front of us. And so, if I were you, encourage people to have one more child than they think they can handle. That's a sign of generosity, and it's a sign of hope that the future will be better than the past.